Hey, Cedric. It's easily, I think, the biggest game you've played in this Saturday. What is your mindset going into this game in terms of handling the moment and the adversity that comes with it?
My mindset is just to lean on my brothers, honestly. Go and continue to do the things that I've always done. Try to execute to the best of my ability. Lean on my brothers. Try not to be Superman.
Sedrick, what are a couple of things that y'all have emphasized this week in preparation for the pass rush of Alabama in this front seven?
Basically just keying in on some moves that a couple of guys work a lot. A lot of guys work a lot of hump moves, different things like that. So just trying to make sure you keep your head out, play with your hands, move your feet, things like that.
Next, we'll go to Jake Rowe, then Jed May.
Sedrick, in a big game like this, obviously you guys want to be able to be balanced. You want to be able to run the football. This is, I guess, your first championship game you played in. Do you kind of feel a little different? Do you dig down a little deeper? Is it all different?
Of course, you dig down a little deeper. Just because you want to be an SEC champion, that's something that's really, really special and something that would bring much joy to everyone in this building. So you definitely dig down deeper for the people in this building. Whether it be players, staff, coaches, assistants, janitors, whoever. Everybody's a part of this. So you want to make sure that you dig down deep to make sure that you don't let down anybody in this building. So definitely dig down a little bit deeper, and it's special for the sense of we want to be SEC champions.
Sedrick, who are some of the older guys in the locker room this week that have just sort of stood up and told y'all this is what it's like playing an SEC championship? This is how you keep your composure. All those kind of things. Who are some of those veterans that have made their voices known this week?
Definitely for me, Jamari, Quay Walker, N'Kobe Dean, Justin Schaefer. I'm trying to think who else. I think that's all I have off the top of my head. But honestly, this group has definitely been led heavily by the seniors. Also, in Samir White and James Cook, definitely have been led heavily by the seniors. So all of them have been chipping in.
Next, we'll go to Chip Towers, then Jake Jennings.
Yeah, Cedric, I'm going to ask you if you could to wax eloquent here. This offensive line is nominated for the Joe Moore. I don't know if that's moved forward for the best O-line in college football. Obviously, you're number one and all that. But when you look back over the adversity this group has faced, starting with Warren Erickson going out in camp and you getting thrown in there, and first game Tate Ratledge goes down, and last several games Jamari Sawyer, your senior left tackle, has been out, but here you guys are still rocking on. Can you kind of extrapolate on how you guys have been able to do that?
That is 100% a testament of Coach Luke. Coach Luke definitely goes out of his way to make sure that we are over-prepared for all situations and games. A lot of the times, we kind of, I guess, take it for granted in the fact of, like, how much he does for us. Man, but Coach Luke is awesome. He's great, man. He really does, get us prepared for every possible look. So I 100% have to give that credit to Coach Luke.
Sedrick, Alabama's got a pretty good pass rush. Obviously, Will Anderson has the most sacks in the SEC. You get to practice against some pretty good guys too, though. How big do you think that'll be going into a game where you got to stop some of the conference's best pass rushers from getting to Stetson?
It's a major jump, a major advantage for us, just for the simple fact that every day we go against the best guys and we're taking game like reps. Over time those reps start to add up. So I think it'll definitely be an advantage for us. An advantage for us just because we go against some of the best in the country every day. So I look forward to the matchup.
Lance McCurley and Tyler Griffith.
Hey, Sedrick, I know you're from Louisiana, but do you kind of remember the last time that Georgia and Alabama played, not last year, but in 2018 and then 2017 in those games and how close they were? Do you just remember and your thoughts on that?
I remember watching them as a recruit because I think the last game that I watched was the championship game right after they played Oklahoma. And after they played Oklahoma, I had kind of already made up my mind and it would be kind of cool, if I got the opportunity to play for Georgia. So I remember watching and, really being impressed by Georgia and how they came out. And, fought really hard and really honestly controlled the game up to the very end. So it was kind of a bit of a heartbreak for me, just for the simple fact of those guys lost that game in the last few minutes, really the last few seconds. Even though I was really just supporting blindly, didn't really know where my future would be at the time, but it was definitely tough just watching it as a fan.
Hey, Cedric, just following up on Coach Luke, what is it like playing for him? And then what is his demeanor and energy like in practice? And how would you describe his coaching style?
That is a really good question. If I had to describe Coach Luke's coaching style, I would describe it as passionate, very technique sound, and really energy. I think that's the three things that he focused on. Playing with emotions, passion, playing with technique and making sure that you're playing with your eyes. That's a big thing that he coaches to us. Playing with your eyes and really just making sure that you're locked in, man. That's probably the best that I could do to describe him, because he's such an emotional person, and in a good way, not in a bad way, in a good way. He's a very emotional person that he cares so much about winning. So, I think it rubs off on us as players, when things don't go right. We take it to the heart, and, we try to go out there and make sure that we do everything we possibly can to fix it. So.
Okay, we'll open it up for the last couple questions for Sedrick, if anyone would like to jump in.
Cedric,
Hey,
not asking for an "I told you so" here or anything, but obviously LSU played in this game a couple of years ago, and been a lot of change over there in the last couple or 3 years. Was that part of the reason you decided to kind of go outside the state and stuff, or do you mind revisiting that just a little bit?
Are you asking me why I decided to come to Georgia instead of LSU?
Yeah, in light of kind of a lot of changes in the last couple of years.
Honestly, it was just a decision that my father and I made. Really had nothing to do with LSU. Honestly, Georgia just recruited me earlier than LSU, so we felt more comfortable here.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Sedrick, I wanted to ask, how's Jamari doing with that foot or ankle injury this week, and how is he looking ahead of Saturday's game?
It's great. He's feeling very optimistic, taking a lot of good reps, a lot of good sets. It looks really good to me, and also the other guys. So just being optimistic right now, I really do feel good about him. So it's good.
All right. Thank you, Sedrick. Thank you for your time this evening, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, everyone.